Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one is for the continuation of Doctor Who Season 6, Episode number 6. Do not forget to like and subscribe if you want to come back here. Thank you.
Alright, a couple comments from the last episode, starting with executive producer CJ, who says, so last time I really liked the episode and you guys weren't too sold on it. This time the tables have turned. You both seem to like this one, but I'm not really a fan of it. Don't get me wrong, I love the concept, the look of the gangers, the jump scares, and the score, of course, but something about the execution doesn't sit right with me. That being said, as always, I'm excited to see what you guys think of the next one. Thanks, CJ.
Okay.
Executive producer Jeremy says, I thought this was a good episode. The characters were interesting. The makeup for the gangers' faces was well done and creepy. I like what Doctor Who does. We could have made the flesh just monsters we had to destroy. Instead, Doctor is talking about how they're alive and real, and it's the humans that make us fight. The gangers were trying to work with us. I also like that the Doctor still continues to believe in the best of humanity, considering all the times he has to stop humanity from fighting and killing anything different than them. Great reaction. I look forward to the next one. Alright, great comments as always. Let's jump into this for the end of this episode, because I wish I would have said it at the end of last episode. But I was talking to RJ earlier today, and it just popped in my head that I feel like as far as the Doctor dying earlier in the season, it could totally be his ganger. And I feel like just seeing the foreshadowing of them seeing the shoes, that maybe
Thank you for putting your protocol with Morgan the Gentleman.
Ah!
Bringing the world
Hello,
together.
Adam. I'm the Doctor. Well, I'm the Doctor. Or Smith. It's complicated and boring. Anyway, who cares? It's your birthday.
Yay!
Yay! Now, have you been getting up very early and jumping on the bed?
Yes, really high.
I expect chocolate for breakfast. If you don't feel sick by mid-morning, you're not doing it right. Now, I think you want to speak to Dad.
Yes. Daddy?
that's Adam.
Your dear Jimmy.
How does he schedule this?
What does the other Jimmy matter now? You're both the same dad, aren't you? Come on, Adam's waiting.
Daddy? Daddy, what's that rumbly noise? What's going on, Daddy? Daddy?
You tricked him into an act of weakness, Doctor.
No, I've helped him into an act of humanity. Anyone else like the sound of that act of humanity?
Dickin, drain the acid well in Crypt 1.
Don't you dare!
I've had it with this. What's the point in this ridiculous war? Look at you, Jen. You were a sweet kid. Look at you now. Stuff of nightmares. I don't want my world populated by monsters.
You can't stop the factory from melting down.
Boss.
I'll take revenge on humanity with or without you.
It doesn't have to be about revenge. It can be so much better than that. The acid's reached his heart. Hang in there, mate. I'm quite handsome from this angle. I'm sorry. I'm the thing. Adam deserves his real dad.
Shut up.
What do you want me to do?
You got no choice now.
Anything. Just say. What do you think so, mate? It's up to you now. You done it. You remember her. Jimmy Wiggs. You're a dad.
Yeah. Leading him to believe.
Push Amy, but only when she tells you. What does that mean? What does that mean?
Well, my death arrives, I suppose. But this one we're not invited to.
Oh.
Nothing. Your molecular memory can survive this, you know. It may not be the end. Well, if I turn up to nickle your biscuits, then you'll know you're right, won't you?
Doctor! No!
You two please off your pop.
I'm staying.
This is not the type of grand
You're
gestures.
the king of grand gestures. This is my factory. I'm not going anywhere.
Woman, Miranda, please. Marvellous, beware of imitations.
Clear off out of here, the lot of you.
This will dissolve her.
Enough too.
Then maybe we're back from this.
I'm being vaporised. How?
No, let's find out, eh?
You pop turn, you pop yourself.
That's what she said. It was,
The energy from the TARDIS will stabilise the gangs for good. They're
Too
people.
loud. So he fake.
What happens to me? I still have this.
That's not
That's
real.
no problem. I have something for that. It's small and red and tastes like burnt onions. Ha! But it'll get rid of your blood clot. Happy endings. Hey, hello, bud. Hello, my boy. How you doing?
Just put that shit right in there. Corporation.
You really want us to do this?
Your company's telling the world that the situation is over. You need to get in there and tell them that the situation has only just begun. Make them understand what they're doing to the flesh. Make them stop. Dickon, remember, people are good. In their bones, truly good. Don't hate them, will you?
I'm gonna hate them. I'm one of them now.
Yeah, and just remember, people died. Don't let that be in vain. Make what you say in that room count.
Ready. Side by side.
You got it, boss.
You okay?
I said breathe, Pond. Remember? Well, breathe.
Why?
Breathe.
push, but only when she says it.
Get her into the TARDIS.
Ugh. She gonna have a baby? Is that what
Only
this
one who said it.
That's what the other doctor said.
Yeah, but what he
What's happening
said.
to her? Contraction.
Contraction?
She's going into labour.
What did you say? No, of course I didn't. Wait, I don't like this. Oh.
You're gonna have to start explaining some of this to me, Doctor.
What, the birds and the bees? She's having a baby. I needed to see the flesh in its early days. That's why I scanned it. That's why we were there in the first place. I was going to drop you off for fish and chips first, but things happen and there was stuff and shenanigans. Beautiful word. Shenanigans. Breathe. I needed enough information to block the signal to the flesh.
What signal?
The signal to you.
Doctor.
Stand away from her, Rory.
Why? No, and why?
Given what we've learned, I'll be as humane as I can, but I need to do this and you need to stand away!
What the fuck is happening?
I am frightened. I'm properly scared.
Don't be. Hold on. We're coming for you, I swear, whatever happens. However hard, however far, we will find you.
Is that not Amy?
No, no, you haven't been here for a long, long time.
Well, dear, you're ready to pop, aren't you? Little one's on its way.
Well, yeah, she's actually pregnant right there.
Oh my gosh. That's why I kept reading it, because she's the flesh is trying to copy what she is. For real.
Alright, that was episode 6, and finally I got some answers at the end here. I'm telling you the truth though, this episode was a little bit confusing, very hard to follow, and it was a bit slow for me right there, so I just could not keep up. I got torn down. I really did get exhausted with it, but I finally got up in time to see the very end of it right here, where we finally get to see the patch-eyed woman make some words happen. And so the doctor put together that Amy has been gone for a while. When did they take Amy? I don't know. I'm sure somebody going to explain
Probably
it
with
to
the
us. And how did you
silence?
become a flesher? A ganger? When did they have time to copy? Did she touch the fucking thing too?
No, it wasn't this episode. It's been way
It's
before
been
this.
way before. So how do we end up exactly
I
on this
think
planet?
he came to this point. I don't want to cut you off. Do you want me
To
to cut you
do
off?
that?
He came because he knew at this point in time there would be the flesh, and he needed a chance to really evaluate them to
The doctor
determine
you
if
talk about.
yeah, because he had a assumption that Amy was not herself, but he was like, I don't know enough about the flesh, so let's go to this point in time where I know the flesh exists, so I can really evaluate it.
Oh.
And I need to see how perfect the flesh can duplicate another person, so I'm going to duplicate myself. And then I'm going to test Amy to see how well if Amy can't tell the difference, then that makes sense why I can't tell the difference that this isn't Amy. So, like, this was basically just a huge
This is an
lab
experiment. Yeah.
to
The doctor did.
the doctor did to confirm his suspicions that
And
Amy,
it freaking worked.
yeah.
Flawlessly, too. So now, yeah, all right. So now the mission, the doctor know, he confirmed it now. That, yeah, that ain't Amy. Where is she? And wherever you at, we coming for you. And wherever she is 100% full pregnant right now. And about to have a baby, it seems. So where do we go wrong with missing things? I don't know. There had to be some, I'm sure there was. I'm sure there was an episode where he's like, oh, that's what happened. And so I can't remember right now where it was.
No, I don't
And
think
so,
we're supposed to know. We're supposed to be shocked right now. Like, this shouldn't have been
Oh, I'm
like,
totally shocked right now that she was in there, but like, I'm sure that there was a clue that something had changed in one of the episodes.
it's been every single time he's done the review of her, and he keeps saying pregnant, not pregnant, pregnant,
Yeah.
not pregnant. That's been the
No,
thing.
but I mean, like, when did she get taken to be pregnant?
Well, we don't know, we don't know.
I'm saying there's probably a clue in one of the other episodes. Is what I'm saying that we missed, and I'm sure somebody would probably tell us in there for sure. But yeah.
Well, because in the one episode with the silence, she says, I'm pregnant. And then after that, she never says it again. So, like, it had to be during the silence.
Yeah, doing something like that. I don't know, but it's been 9 months, obviously, because she is ready to pop, as they say. And so, good shocker right here at the end. Took a lot to get to it, but now that you explained it like that, that was the whole point of coming to this planet in time. So, can't wait to see how we do this.
I absolutely love. I was so wrong. Where I thought this episode was going in an entirely different direction. I kept thinking. I figured if you're going to have an episode with doppelgangers, there's got to be several twists. I thought Rory was a ganger. You called it though that the doctor switched shoes, so you are on top of that. But I thought there was going to be a bigger point of the doctor being a ganger, which I thought was going to play out to him being the one that ultimately gets shot, that it's not going to be, you know, the tangible real doctor or whatever. But that didn't play out. But he did say, too, there might be a way for us to come back from this when he, like, you know, the ganger doctor. So, like, maybe there's still something there. Like, why even say that if you're not going to, like, bring him back in some way? But the reveal with Amy, like, in the moment, I had so much anxiety. I was like, what the fuck is actually going? And, like, Rory's face, like, sealed the deal for that entire scene. And I feel like the empathy that the doctor had in his face, too, as far as, like, this almost feels like I'm killing Amy, but I know I'm not killing Amy, but because you're so exactly like her, like, this is really hard for me to do right now, too. Yeah. And then Amy's face when she's like, she realizes what's happening, or the ganger Amy realizes what's happening, and she's like, oh no, because she figured out right in that moment. Oh, it made the two-parter even more worth it to me. It was such a great lead up to one 5-second moment, but I loved it. And I knew there was a reason for it. I was like, why are we spending so much time here? And again, I was totally wrong as far as where I thought it was playing out, but it's much better than what I thought. So, and I love that the ganger doctor was like, push, but only when she says, oh, so good, to see how it plays out then at the end too. So can't wait to see where it goes from here, but I love this reveal. It surprised the shit out of me, and can't wait to see where it goes from here.
Alright, well look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Doctor Who Season 6, Episode number 6. And until next time,